play video games, which is not a bad thing. But if we, such as
I play every day.
Modern day slaves.
And that's how the higher ups justify, their wages.
I was 10 years old playing GTA, bro.
Do it practically, like Kiss. Keep it simple, stupid.
Women have a different dynamic of social than men,
She always shows me, look at this kid crying. Mom, that's AI.
That's why a real good party is a party. Music, good conversation. You want to leave people a little bit better than where they're at.
Where before, yeah.
Right? I am Fredo Man Lopez.
Ed Trey.
Juju_Trey with the 3, not an E.
You looking comfortable over there, Peg Leg Pete? You want to tell the people what's going on with your leg?
A bucket handle meniscus tear, a BJJ, Brazilian Jiu Jitsu injury. Protect yourself at all times. Be smart. Don't be dumb. Hanging out, healing.
Coach was rolling, I would say 60-70% around like his 6-month mark.
On the 6-month mark, okay. And his injury was
his
worse.
His
than
was
this
worse.
one. Okay.
What are you missing right now about training?
Training, like itself. Being cooped up here on the healing process, I've lost my mind several times.
No.
And
Stir crazy, getting squirrely.
Yeah, especially the first 2 weeks when I cannot move it.
That's common.
From being active damn near every day to just doing nothing at all. It's like I low-key had an existential crisis and had to like remind myself. I had to practice what I preached on Instagram and TikTok because I was posting every day. I was going to work. I was just hustling, bro. Like, and for me to just basically kind of like cold turkey it, to do nothing. I want to get back on the mat. I want to just run. I want to do things, and to literally not be able to do that, it was tough.
It's like probably the opposite of when you first start, because I remember when I first started, I would have like performance anxiety, talk myself out of it sometimes to go. I'm sure a lot of white belts go through this. Once you get into the routine, and I'm still working on my routine, and I'm good at getting there at least once a week. Once you get past that mental hurdle, it's addicting, because I still feel like some resistance of like trying to talk myself out. Now that Christian, my son, is going, that's pushing me and motivating me, because every time I say, so do you want to go? He's like, yeah, let's go. So I'm like, good. Sometimes I'm praying like he'll say, not today or something like that. But most of the time he's like, yeah, I'm down. Let's go. Let's go.
And by the way, we train at Outlaw Jiu Jitsu, 1029 Geneva, San Francisco, California. Little plug.
We gotta plug the gym, bro. We gotta help out Coach.
You're watching Couch Talk with Juju. So with repetition, right? That connects to Brazilian Jiu Jitsu, to anything in life, in recording, being vocal about yourself, promoting yourself, saying what you're working on. It takes time to build a habit of telling people about it.
I feel proud though. It just gives me a sense of confidence. I can do something most people can't. Training, and I'm constantly improving on myself through a martial art. It's never too late to live your dreams or do something you always want to do, regardless of what's going on. Rich Franklin, I think, is one of them. He had no gym. He made do with what he had.
I used to train. I think he was in middle school. Sergio got me into it at first.
Sergio, our black belt.
Our black belt in the family. We're going to push that.
He's still doing his business.
He coaches mental performance coaching for amateur golfers.
For golfers, we could have him on Couch Talk. We could have anybody who wants to.
Oh yeah, he's one of the guests for sure.
So like, we're gonna cover the system, social dynamics, and AI.
Let's go into what we were talking about on Monday, the educational system, how it was developed to create modern day employees or modern day slaves.
In my opinion, a modern day slave is just a person that does not have self-awareness, a person that doesn't realize their full potential, that they can be free. I've met several people in my life, especially in my former career as a concierge for a hospital. It's not easy finding your way, especially when the entire system is made to make you feel and believe that you're nothing, or that you have to do something against your own will. It is a controversial topic. Some religions may or may not agree with that statement. A lot of people are very opinionated these days. A lot of people have every right to believe in what they believe. I want to just mention, in my personal opinion, I'll stand by this, is like all major religions have the same source. In my opinion, I'll stand by that. I may or may not be able to prove it to a person, but to be able to let go is important. Mastering the moment. And with meditation, you're able to recenter yourself. You're able to ground yourself. Even that terminology, it's when you're growing up, it's bad to get grounded, right? Mm-hmm. Kind of funny how words...
That's crazy that you just said that. That's the whole meaning of meditation. But they used it on us negatively. To be grounded means to be punished. So we never wanted to be grounded.
Snaps to that. This is poetry.
So now that we're going into our Buddha state mode, enlightenment, we're seeing that meditation is grounding to your spirit. So when they told you, oh, don't be grounded, that really meant to center yourself, to ground yourself, to go within yourself and reset. But we never wanted to do that because we thought, we wanted to seek pleasure outside of ourselves, play video games, go outside and play, which is not a bad thing. But if we,
I did that. We play video games, man.
I play every day.
But now it's so hard for us to be, in one place, closed eyed, breathe, focus on your breath, training yourself to be present. That's why we have a bunch of mental illness, epidemic of mental illness.
Oh, for sure. And this world that we got going on is getting crazier by the day.
I don't know. I just feel like sometimes, people aren't getting paid what they're worth in their job they're doing. And that's how the higher ups justify, their wages. And I'm saying that because of video games. They have a lot of insight on what modern life is about. I recently just finished Red Dead 1. That's basically what Dutch had said to John Marston before Dutch's ending.
Spoiler alert!
Oh, yeah.
If you still haven't played Red Dead,
If you haven't played,
12 years later.
I was like 2 systems ago.
that game came out what? The 2010?
I was still in middle school. Like, man, that's funny, bro.
I just had to make.
Yeah, basically, it's a reflection, the Pinkertons, the police in that era, were holding John Marston's wife and kid hostage and told him to take out your old gang for us.
Right. They put him against his former family.
They put him against his former family, the people he grew up with, the people he spent time with.
Oh, bro, I remember, because I played it too. While you were Marston working to liberate your wife and kid, there was a lot of psychology that went in that writing of the stories of getting to face your past because you doubt yourself.
Exactly.
Right? If I recall, it's been a while since I played that game.
No, it's crazy. It's basically saying, if you don't do what we tell you, if you don't do the job we're requiring you to do, you're not going to get what you want. You're not going to get what we're promising back to you, which is your wife and kid. And in the end, after all that, after John Marston then had done everything they had told him, they just offed him. In the most messed up way. It was crazy. After all they did, he had trusted them, thinking, okay, I'm now a free man. I did what they asked me to. I have my family back. Everything will be okay. A few days later, came back.
He knew too much.
Because they have to justify their wages.
Here's my take on your statement, justify your wages. Whose fault is that? Is it their fault or is it our fault?
In what way?
Because as we were talking about on Monday, we want to be told what to do.
Some people.
Because it's easier. They fall in line to their program.
Yeah.
Again, we go back to talking about the system, the school system, how it creates employees, modern day slaves. We have to take responsibility for our actions and our inactions. If we're miserable doing what we're doing, hey, everybody got to pay bills, even the bad guys, right? Nobody is exempt from paying bills. Nobody is exempt from paying the price of living, whether you're a good guy or a bad guy. So the people that we term bad, right, criminals and stuff like that, they're just trying to survive too, right? But they go beyond morality to do what they do to get what they want and handle what their business, pay their bills, right?
It's kind of like in hip hop history and culture during the crack epidemic, where it's people it started off.
Were they inherently bad doing that? No, because they had no other choice.
I'm big on hip hop. A lot of people in the world are hip hop is global. I forgot about this. I wrote about it in an essay during college about this topic. I used to be a bud tender, and I would legally push product, right? We're just going to say I was a salesman. The same skill sets used in context with regards to what product you sell, or let's say your career. Your career is your career. It may or may not be justified, right? But if it's allowed legally, some people would say that's okay. So then instead of being able to work, you're made to believe that your job is not good. That's a contradiction in yourself. Other people who used to be mob bosses would go and talk about their experience, and they're free to roam around, but then they also regret it. I'm trying to feed my family. I'm trying to take care of my kids, take care of my wife, take care of my family. But
your own needs and your loved ones' needs.
Right. How do you prioritize that? How you prioritize yourself is important. What's the balance? No one's going to answer this for you. Each person has their own life. It's tough. Life is tough.
Yeah. To be able to go through those challenges and learn, grow, transform, enlighten yourself. We all are responsible for our actions and our inactions. So if you are miserable at what you're doing, I get it. But at the same time, what are you doing about it? We're doing something about it by discussing this together, recording it, and putting it out there. This is our way of enlightening others to do the same. Because if you're not happy, we'll figure out what makes you happy and do it. Even if you got to do it for free for a bit. Because I've gone through moments in my life where I'm like, I want to get paid to do this and have enlightening discussions like this and get paid to do it to enlighten others. Unfortunately, it doesn't work that way.
Not yet.
Not yet. You have to build your following. You have to build momentum. And then once that momentum gets going, people get to know you.
Building trust.
Building trust, eventually, boom. But if you have this mindset where, oh, that'll never pay me. I can never get paid.
It'll never happen.
It will never, ever happen.
Who wants to hear three guys talking on a fucking couch?
It will never happen.
Right? Or something there. Which was the old self, I would say, for me in this current moment. Like, I would be afraid to post.
Exactly.
Now I'm not. I mean, for me, I have a real reason. I was healing my leg, but now I'm back. Like, I'm going to make this happen. I agree.
We're making it happen, but that's what I'm saying. Everybody out there has to realize, like, okay, you could do it in every way. Writing, video, making songs, painting, drawing. You don't have to show your face.
You don't have to. If you don't want to. If you're willing to, go for it.
I mean, there's a plethora of ways to do it now. So there's no excuse. Everybody just wants it easy. Nobody wants to challenge themselves. Nobody wants to critically think it through. So it's just easier to comply. It's just easier for it to be done for you.
People just want to use
that. And that's another
leverage it.
An epidemic that we have in our society before technology. Everybody had their grain of salt to add to the pile.
Use the tools available to you. As long as you put your part into it, make it your own, something created by AI that makes it seem to be owned, but it's actually not.
You could correct me if I'm wrong, but like authenticity?
Yeah.
Real is like being real.
Being real.
Being a real person. A human.
A human.
To yourself, first and foremost.
Exactly.
That's what creates happiness. Oh, and by the way, I'm not bashing on AI. I use that thing every day.
No, absolutely. I agree. But, some companies now, I follow this person called Moist Critical. His name is Charlie. He has long hair. He's a big YouTuber. He usually does news on like gaming stuff or like people who steal Pokemon cards. Like they can sell it back. Stolen items, sell it back. They always get caught in that. So it makes no sense for them.
Right.
Anyways, he went over this gaming. It's like IGN, but it's called something else. They post about games and their experience. Mm-hmm. So this gaming site posted about the new Resident Evil game Requiem. But he had found out that they were using full-on AI to do the post about it, to do the review. And they made an AI person who's not real at all to post about it.
Oh, so they made an AI influencer to promote?
Yes.
Oh, that's crazy. I did not know that.
It was just, the whole thing was AI. The person is AI as well. So it wasn't authentic at all. It was just programming.
It wasn't real, so to speak.
They had no one who actually played it, review it, and typed down what they thought about it. It was just AI who grabbed information from the internet, who grabbed information from others, posted it, saying, yeah, this is what I think about this game. That's it.
But then again, like, what is real, right? Is it real because they're promoting the game and the people want to make sure that people are aware of the actual product and services, which is Resident Evil, the franchise?
As long as you use it as a tool and don't take advantage of it, sure, AI is good. I think AI.
Everything is neutral when it starts. It's the person that looks at it and decides whether or not it's good or bad, positive or negative. Like a hammer. It was made to make us more efficient in building, but you could also use a hammer to kill somebody.
I remember playing GTA for the first time with my uncle. And he's not here to talk about it, Lester. But it was with him. He put me onto that.
Uh-huh.
And at first I was like, and talking about systems too, and like conditioning and all that. Oh man, I just remembered. I picked up the controller for GTA. I think it was Vice City. I'm not sure.
Good game.
It was good. Picked up a hammer. It was used as a weapon. and it's a video game. It's not real, right? But in my, like, I don't even know. I was like 10 years old. I was 10 years old playing GTA, bro, and I was like, what the fuck?
Where were your parents?
Go
In the living room.
Where were you allowing this type of behavior?
They didn't know at the time. And that's beautiful, bro. Oh, my God.
They're horrible.
It was funny because that ties into the story, too.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, I'm hesitant. A 10-year-old kid, I'm like, this is allowed? I was like, I can go against the system, right?
Your true self came out.
And Lester was like, hey, go ahead. I know what you want to do. I go, what do you think I want to do?
Bash his head in.
Right, bash somebody's head in. Like an NPC, right?
Yeah.
No harm, no foul, right?
Yeah,
Right? So then
you think this is we can go deep on that. You think. Hold on. Go ahead.
And as soon as I start doing that, I go, what is this power? Free will? And so I'm like, yeah. I made noise. I was having too much of a good time. My mom comes in. What are you doing? Making all that noise. We were both looking back like, God, she's like, good. She went off, man. She's like, why you let him play that game? It's just a game. Why you just laughing? I'm traumatized at the time, but looking back on it, that was funny. Oh my God, I remember that first time playing GTA, bro. I'm excited for the 6th one.
Oh, bro, you don't know how
If it comes
excited I am.
If it comes out. It might postpone then.
You're right, if it comes out, but I honestly think it's gonna come out. Promoting is this summer, and pre-orders are coming out soon. There's this like doomsday theory saying almost everyone's gonna call off of work just to play this game.
There's gonna be a market crash too.
Bro, you think the servers, they better be prepared for the servers, man.
Oh, online servers are going to take at least a month to, be like super good. There's going to be queues for online servers. If you want to play the campaign, you're good either way. But online,
we just think about it, bro, like, what?
With GTA 5, it took them a while for everything to,
oh, that's right.
be good for GTA Online.
A minute.
But yeah, so I honestly think AI is here to stay.
Oh, 100%. It's not going anywhere.
But that's the thing. It's always been like that. Something comes, there's an uproar about it, and then we have to just adapt. And this might just be that thing where it takes us back to our creativity. People are thinking like, oh, what about the people that are going to lose their jobs? They'll figure it out. And if they don't, that's their bad. Because the system, like we mentioned, is cracking. This system is getting exposed.
The old system. Outdated system. Cookie cutter system that don't work for everybody. I mean, if you want to be a doctor, if you want to be a lawyer, great. Shout out to my attorney.
Great. Yeah. People out in the field, I'm in the construction field, right? Do you know the boom in electricians is going to be, the next 5 to 15 years, 20 years? It's going to go up. Mm-hmm. All these data centers that are getting built for these AI systems. So if you really want to just have a job, a career, you're not doing something like this, podcasting or creating content, you don't feel like get into the electricians, construction, the trades.
Trade career.
Well, that's going to take a boom in everything, all of it. Shipyards, everything.
Already is.
It always has been.
Yeah.
But people are here panicking like, oh, robots are going to take over. It's end of the world.
Terminator.
It's always, Skynet.
Yeah,
Skynet's coming. It's been here, bro. Chill the fuck out.
There's cameras all over the city right now.
Big Brother, right?
Big
Brother's always watching.
Big Brother's always
George
watching.
Orwell called it, dog. Mm-hmm. He called it.
Yeah. Brave New World. Like all these authors, and that's art too. Storytelling. I think that's probably why I'm a BA.
Campfire, going around the campfire telling ghost stories and shit like that.
It's in our nature.
But people over here are always in the up, and that's the thing with people. Yeah. It's like they want that. They crave that. the end of the world. You talk about the end of the world. You create a channel about the end of the world.
It's instant.
Instant.
Bro.
Instant. You'll blow up instantly. Because fear sells. Fear mongering sells. Mom's always on Facebook or TikTok.
Bruh.
Watching those damn.
I was gonna hop on that about the AI. I was gonna say she always shows me, look at this kid crying in
war-torn country.
In war-torn country. It's like, Mom, that's AI.
It's tough to tell these days.
Good timing. Good timing.
What's it called?
Just right.
Speaking of devil. Speaking of
man.
There he is.
Jesus Christ. Late, but here.
Talking
about the end of the world.
The end of the world.
Yeah, it's like Newsom say we might get bombed by Iran or something like that. The cluster drones and all that.
End of the world.
But sources online, it's not what it used to be. So
yeah, what we were just talking about.
It was made for everyday citizens. You have freedom, speech, and all that. Now it's just like AI or.
That's what we just fucking talking about, baby.
fucking
What the
fact
fuck?
check of
Double ass
AI.
people out there fucking buying everything.
Buying into it all, bro.
You can't. You gotta have some kind of critical thinking.
Yeah, exactly. I think what we were
Just
saying.
do a little research
Discernment.
goes a long way
Yeah.
to just everyday like.
And I was seeing like how somebody who posted a video, I forget his name, Quazon or something like that. I love his videos. How they structure in the news to brainwash you. Like they'll keep repeating the same thing, the same thing, all throughout all the network.
It's propaganda.
Propaganda, programming, yeah.
all that.
And it's just them trying to like fear monger again, condition you, rewire your brain to like the same thing over and over again, and then
It's a
you
drug.
buy it and believe it, and that's it. There you go.
You know, the more you hear it from other people saying the same thing, the more you start to just believe it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it also just might be false information passing from one person to another.
It's been happening since the dawn of time.
Yeah.
Playing telephone, bro.
The Roman Empire did that to their people. They made up lies. Currency used to be 100%, silver, and then they would dial it down and add nickel, copper to the coins and say it was still 100% when it was like gold backed by gold. And now what?
It's like the dollar right now is not backed up by gold
No,
Nothing.
at all.
by nothing. It's just
fiat currency.
an empty promise.
Right, right.
It's just credit.
You can use it as firewood.
You can, huh? They're just printing it, all the Fed and all that.
You gotta just collect some way somehow gold, silver,
Yeah, actual gold,
Bitcoin, throw some
Currency.
crypto in there. Like just have your little
eggs.
different baskets.
It's the reason why they call it securities too.
Yeah.
Security,
Correct. Commodities.
commodities, right?
If we continue this trek, we're gonna be like another third world country. I swear.
Oh, bro, that's part of the cycle too, though.
Yeah.
And so to speak, I'm not saying that we're going to completely fall off. I hope not. We don't know the future, but
More people are going to be dependent to the system.
That's why you got to do something else to get yourself out of this matrix, because no one else is going to do it other than ourselves. And
being self-aware, especially when you are susceptible to not having any sense,
Awareness.
knowledge of self, the law of cause and effect. The video that you sent me, you literally sent me the video on
Professor Zhang.
Professor Zhang.
Thanks, Nico.
I remember when he first started. Now he's more open-minded. I see.
He grew.
He grew.
He matured.
Right? That's maturity. That's going through life, growing up, going through experiences. Try my best not to speak down on anybody, let alone myself. We all have that voice. And it's tough to deal with. I was dealing with during recovery the first 2 weeks of my injury. Mental stability.
people go talk.
Right? People gonna
That's
talk.
all we got left.
You can't stop life. It's gonna evolve. Evolution is part of everything.
And it's growth,
Is growth.
because whatever energy you give, it comes back.
Right? You get what you give.
Pick your battles, pick your goals. Without those, we're like, what is there to do?
It's like alchemy.
Speak on that, bro. Keep
Equivalent
speaking.
exchange.
Equivalent exchange.
We're all alchemists.
Full metal.
We all gotta, the energy that we have, we must transmute it into something positive. That's what we're
Intention.
meant to be. We're meant to do here is to alchemize our energy outwardly. Go in, we meditate, we do what we do, we recenter, we ground, we get the downloads, and then we act.
Express it.
Express it. His expression when we talked about it, when he realized that he needed to reground himself, reset, was what do I need to do financially? What was I doing bad before? And what do I need to do now? The elites, right? What are they doing? When people are saying, shouting fear and anxiety, he learned to buy instead of sell.
Easy.
He knew that. He found that out. We don't even have to get into all the technical stuff to know.
At the foundation of
The
core.
foundation,
Yeah.
you don't have to do all these technical analysis about anything.
You can if you want. But
You can if you want. But if
Yeah.
you're just somebody, we're normal people, right? I'm sure he knows a bit now, more technical stuff. But in the beginning, I'm sure he knew, okay, buy this time, sell this time.
And don't throw everything in the kitchen sink. Don't throw your life savings. I'm not
Ooh,
telling you
that's
to
a
do
bar.
that.
Exactly.
Dollar cost in.
Yeah.
To go
Smart.
forward, we got to put a foot forward, and then it goes on. Wait a while.
The long game.
S&P and all them, they just keep going up. I mean, on the daily, of course,
They're gonna have
leverage,
to chime in, you can
just talk shit.
putts,
We got
up, down,
Just
it's a lot.
Whisper,
I just keep dollar cost in, just keep putting
Nah, but
it
for
into
real,
your
he's
pot,
spitting truth.
You're going to lose a little, but then it goes right back up, and then you're going to be like, oh, I'm good at this. Like, nope, keep doing your research. Don't put yourself in any category, box yourself in. Game plan, keep it simple and just keep at it. That's my best suggestion.
And this ain't no financial
Financial
advice either. We got to put that out there, right?
No, I'm not a financial advisor. It's just my experience personally.
That's true. Right. Disclaimer.
Yeah.
Disclaimer.
Protect yourself at all times.
Protect yourself at all times, right?
I'm not a therapist, but I can give therapeutic advice. There we go.
You can apply the essence of that to everything else. Do it practically, like kiss. Keep it simple, stupid. You know? And I'll ask you of your life. Keep it simple. When you get to a baseline, the average person is falling behind in the red negatively. Get to baseline first. That's your first step.
Don't be a deadbeat downer. Don't be stagnant.
Yeah.
Figure out little stuff like
Little by little.
I brew my own coffee now. I used to go to Starbucks. It was like $5-7. Once a week passes, you start seeing a big difference. A month, imagine a year, you know what I mean? And coffee's still there. It's plentiful. It's pouring, you know what I mean? Whatever. What was the other stuff like with streams?
Income streams.
Like, what do I do for income? Because people trade time for money.
Correct.
And it's better different streams for money. Once it gets going, it's like it'll snowball. And then you'll have more time with your family. Like, I couldn't have time like this before. And that wasn't that long ago. That was like a decade ago. You know what I mean? Imagine if I didn't change nothing, I'll go crazy because I keep continuing doing the same thing. Wasn't working. It breaks down. It'll give you depression. You won't care about how you look, you feel, and all that is energy. All you got to do is tweak your mind a little bit, figure it out, keep it simple. I'm not saying it's the solution tomorrow or it's going to fall in my lap. It doesn't work like that. You got to manifest it. You got to think it out. Plot it out.
Gotta have some form of structure.
On it.
Structure, discipline. Discipline is hard. That's why you work at it every day. And then the rest will work itself out. I was like 8K in debt. Now a little lower, more manageable.
Preach, brother, preach. And I'm sure there's people in worse case scenarios.
I don't look at the next man or look down. You got to work at yourself. Be yourself king. You know what I mean? We're all divine beings.
Establish your own domain and expand on that.
Besides,
Exactly. That's the whole is what the elites do.
Like this one?
As we normal people, as working class people, solely reliant on a job, a career. And that's death. They look at us and say, man, y'all stupid. They're always thinking about, okay, how to cover the losses on that business investment. So that's why they have like 7 or more streams of income. Couple businesses, real estate investments, stocks, bonds, what have you. Sell stuff that you don't use. eBay, Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah, collecting dust, right?
Yeah, it's just like no use for me. So my ex-wife used to get mad at me because I would sell everything. Because if I wasn't using it, well, I can make some money. But I wasn't never consistent. But I was good at it. We would have many discussions of that, bro. Sell your shoes.
Out of work, huh?
Yeah. One day in December, I checked my eBay account. I did over $7,000 just in sales.
Nice.
On eBay.
Hell yeah.
There's a lot of waste in this world. Lots. If you're at some place where they throw things away that people would buy and they'll say you could take it. You ever see people dumpster dive on YouTube?
Dumpster diver,
people complicate the whole situation. They think like they have to. It has to be
Best Buy. I don't know.
It has to be perfect, right? Like you have to get your inventory from.
Tell me more about the
like a legitimate warehouse and you can have it for free. Resell it on Facebook, eBay, different markets. There's a ton of them. Mercari, Poshmark, whatever. Gary Vee talks about it all the time.
Yeah, my hands,
bro.
But my question is, where did the money go?
Right out the door.
It's just energy. What do I need it for? Do I need it for travel? Do I need it for bills?
No, I had the truck I had, bro. That motherfucker broke down 3 times in a row, once every month. If it wasn't for that eBay, I'd be fucking on busting it or something like that.
Hey, what's wrong with busting it, bro?
I'm not saying that.
You find solutions. Makes your life a lot easier. Like I said, you don't want to be a deadbeat downer, bringing out the little violin.
Yeah. Right.
You want to be a man of action.
Woe is me. Victim mentality is not it.
Try to give the best advice.
Everybody has value and everybody has something to contribute. Whether it be vocally, physically, emotionally, everybody has something to give back. He's no professional financial advisor, but through his experience, he's taught me
Social dynamics, interconnectedness, whatever you want to call it, GAME, G-A-M-E. But if you got it or you don't, you still build on it. How would you define social dynamics?
I'm not sure. I haven't been in the game for the past 7 years, so.
No, man. Okay. Guarantee you got it, bro. You got it. There's no way you don't.
But other than that,
he did no more Kegels. I'm kidding, but jokes. This is also a comedy podcast.
Best advice is start getting back on the wheels. Basic conversation. Local grocery.
Approach people, be happy.
Local parks. Any recreational
great
thing.
advice, yeah.
This was when I was single. House parties, you know what I mean? That'll get you going. Getting yourself out there, having your self-confidence. Even if you don't, just have a conversation. Just sharpen that knife. I talked to 20 girls when I was single. One of them got a hit, you know what I mean?
Statistics, man.
Yeah, you know. The maker upstairs always makes someone for you, you know what I mean?
correct.
And he was not the right one, you know what I mean? So you just gotta listen to that.
You did say what your plan was for this year.
But I just haven't been going out as much. I like to go out more so I can talk to people,
Just because you're busy?
you know, at my job 24/7.
He does work a lot. So women, he has a lot of money.
Hey, man.
No, but here's the
That's
thing.
real wealth.
Here's the thing. Here's a drawback. Using money, they will only be with you for that. And once they decide like you're no good for them, either you're not giving them what they want, they'll dump you. It's always about your presence, is your energy, is being true to yourself that matters more than anything else. And me, separated 3 years now, I had to relearn this. The dating landscape has changed tremendously. You can't really be out there simping because you're just going to get taken advantage of by the worst type of woman. You don't want to be overcompensating. Are you doing it because you really like the person, or are you doing it because you feel a void? Can you be by yourself is the question. Are you okay to get rejected? Rejection is redirection. This can happen in any dynamic in life, right? Let's say you're a salesman. They reject you, right? They say no. And that drags you down and that stops you from continuing on trying to pitch sales. Well, what if you don't realize that down the road, there's 3 more people that are actually, without you even
Acknowledging or knowing.
effortlessly sell to them, they'll buy from you. So that's redirection.
Yeah.
Every no can always bring 3 yeses.
Most of my people that I met, it was at work. The airport, or when I was doing security. Now I'm meeting people working for the county. I always engage with people like, hey, how's your day? Like little icebreakers. You know what I
Just
mean?
talking.
And then the rest works itself out, you know, however it may be.
We overcomplicate it too.
Yeah, because you're in your mind. I mean, you know.
You're trying to impress. And that's the thing that I realized too, trying myself. You don't have to be somebody you're not. If they like you, they like you, and it's energy. So you got to like yourself and work on yourself in order for others to reciprocate that, to feel that. But if you're over here like, I don't like myself, and then you're trying to like get with somebody just to fill that void because you don't like yourself, they're just going to run all over you.
Your body language, your conversation.
If they do end up getting with you, it's because they just want to take your energy. They just want to take advantage of you.
That's
they don't want to reciprocate.
Don't want for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You want
They don't reciprocate shit.
There's
Good
women out there.
Yeah,
Oh, absolutely.
So energy has to flow.
You know?
The energy has to flow. It's a vortex, right? It has to come back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. That's a good relationship. That's a good dynamic.
You gotta enjoy your day too. You know what I mean? You're the mago, magic, and your favorite
wizard.
Yo, was it heavy? Come on, Pata.
Wave your wand, man.
tap tap. Let the magic out.
Focus, focus. Yeah.
It's all a game, man. That's why they call it a game. You gotta have fun with it.
Let me get that cookie.
For me, it's about fun. You want to be able to be yourself and have fun. Because
If you're not comfortable, they're not comfortable.
Exactly. At my other job, there was a guy that like it pisses me off. Like, and it's a real issue. Sexual harassment. When you don't have game, you really make people uncomfortable. Having that effect is not right. To be devil's advocate, there's a beast in every man. A lot of people mention
You gotta
this.
feed the beast, bro.
You gotta feed the beast. Whether or not people will admit that, human beings want to feel good. Human beings want to have a good time. That's why a real good party is a party. Music, good conversation. You want to leave people a little bit better than where they're at.
Where before, yeah.
Right?
If there's a group of women and there's a certain one that you like, women have a different dynamic of social than men, you know? We have the masculine, they have the feminine.
They have their own version of game too.
Men go by their visual sense, their perception of a woman. If she looks good physically, they don't really mind everything else. But a woman feeds off of energy, emotion. They see and feel intuitively if it's a match or not, right? So
And
if
that's
you're
comes
all
with maturity
nervous,
too.
if you're all nervous, she could probably take that as like he doesn't have confidence, or he kind of doesn't. There's something about him that he doesn't like about himself.
I wanted to add to it. If you're coming with a weird energy, they're gonna feel weird.
Correct.
Pull to the side because now you're engaging in a one-on-one. You're creating a bubble, and they don't have to worry about social status and friends. And there's always that one friend that messes.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you don't have to stiff arm them.
Yeah.
Continue conversation.
Heisman.
until you get the number.
Get the Heisman now.
And you can continue that ongoing.
I'm going towards the end.
It's like accordion. You got to cord them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want to bring up what you always say. Remember what you always say?
No, remind me.
Friend zone them first.
Oh, yeah.
I always say that too, because you don't even know how they feel about you yet.
Correct. So when do you know? Teach me something. For us, it was a little different coming up.
Yeah.
That has changed. Now,
Generation-wise.
how is it now? We never talked about friend zoning. In a sense, yeah, we befriended them, but we never thought of it as that.
We will call it honeymoon time.
Yeah.
Honeymoon time?
But we would never consider it a friendship. I'm trying to get with her. I'm trying to make her my girlfriend.
We will stay away from the friend zone because that means nothing's happening.
Yeah. We old school guys, we don't talk about friend zone.
It's just getting to know the female, getting to know yourself and having a good time. Both parties want that because they want to get away from the everydays, and the good social environment, healthy environment for both is great.
You already explained it. It's having a good time with people. Friend zoning women is just being like cool with people. Mike Sartain, I learned it from him. Like, it takes 30 seconds to make a friend. Don't show intent right away. That can work for you. But if you're playing statistics, you're going to have to go through 1,000 interactions. Showing intent immediately all the time, it's a turnoff. If you show intent too early, it's creepy because it makes certain situations uncomfortable for them. Sexual harassment is a real thing. The dude was being too creepy. Dude had no game.
Why do you think? Why do you think that is?
The only way you can explain it is in his head.
Yeah.
It works for him and his mentality. If I do this, it's going to work. In his head, he's probably thinking steps way ahead. Instead of living in that present moment. He's thinking what actions he should do, and he's contemplating her reaction on top of that. What she might say, whatever he's trying to put on.
Friend zone people to make them feel comfortable. And if they're not with it, fuck them. I don't care. Yeah. I'm able to detach from outcomes now to be able to just be cool with people. And it could change. I could have a moment. Oh man, I'm in my mind, all up in my head all the time, right? I feel uncomfortable. And it's happened when I went out with some coworkers, dated a few of them, but I never really saw it as a date in my mind until she actually said, "Oh, I thought this was a date." I was like, "Oh." And I'm like, "I'm just hanging out."
I don't really believe in the friend zone until the friend zone is said. Hey, yo, you're cool. You're just cool to be around. There's no intentions. Until you get to know that person.
You don't show intent until she shows compliance.
Exactly. You have to get to know the person first. And you want to.
See what's up.
It causes good vibes.
It causes more good vibes. Causes both parties to be more comfortable with each other. If there's feelings to be built up,
why not?
Why not?
Why not?
You guys are both comfortable with each other now.
I can feel the wisdom in the air.
That's what I'm saying.
Cause a bubble. Interest compounds and then boom.
Exactly.
Sparks fly. Sparks fly.
Yeah, if there's no chemistry.
Hey, Sims 4, woohoo.
You have to have a build up. Like he says, you can't just say what you want.
You can't just pull out the Uzi and start firing.
Exactly.
Because you don't want that shit, bro.
Spray everywhere, huh?
Yeah.
Shots fired.
Shots fired.
We never had social media growing up. We were based off either movies, TV shows, people that we were around. Minimal examples of game. If something worked for somebody, then we would try to emulate that. One set of lessons for everybody, and it's all mostly lies. You're learning from one set of people or one set of books or whatever, and that shit don't work for you, for your type of character.
You're trying to be something you're not.
So it's tougher. If you're not Chad or Tyrone, but now we know we're seeing people that aren't Chad or Tyrone with the baddest beezies. Like, what the fuck? There's more detail, more information. There is social media. Now women are just getting more attention than they would before.
It's different to friend zone women than to show intent and then be friend zone.
See, that's the tough part. Then that's what I'm saying. We show intent or we don't know when to show intent, and they're thinking something else, then it feels creepy. I thought we were just friends. We don't aim for the friend zone.
There was a rule, being the golden fish in the pond. You have a person you can be talking to, and then other girls be like, look at you different now.
That's what you call it, social proof.
But that's also
from ugly duckling in her mind. Now you throw a little mystery in there, and then always engage, give her good vibes. And she's going to think about you. It's just instinctual for them.
Biologically want to procreate.
And you're not doing bad intent. It's just dynamics of the dating world.
Women always want what they can't have.
Building that chemistry. So, without that, there's nothing. Like you could be the richest dude, that, it doesn't work for her. That's it.
Yep.
You lost the battle before even attempted.
Started, yeah.
You have the tools, just have that ammunition ready.
Yeah.
And your mouthpiece is one, you know.
Ties into Lester asked Julian, how's his mental state? With men, we don't talk about that. And still to this day, even though there's everything now out there where, hey, go to therapy, talk to somebody, whatever, it's stigmatized.
Ashwagandha, man. It helps
too.
my stress level down.
Chamomile's another one.
You risk going insane. And if you don't have a knowledge of self, you'll go crazy.
Again, we can go back to AI. If you depend on it solely for all your creative purposes, for everything, then you lose sight. And now we're still going outwardly for something we should be going internally. It's like a shortcut.
Pressure makes diamonds. Apply pressure.
Pain. You got to go to the pain.
Battlefield 6. And he's a witness. I yell every time I play that game online. When something makes us angry, why do we keep showing up?
Yeah.
Relationships. If they really like a person or like if they consider you the boyfriend, they're going to argue with them.
Why do they complain
They're
about
not going to argue with
people?
nobody they like.
The second that you try to rationalize something that's spiritual and emotional, you're going to lose. Why do medics tell people to apply pressure when they're bleeding out? Stop the bleeding. And I saw a Netflix movie with my dad yesterday, and we were watching War Machine.
Oh, yeah, I want to watch that.
It's a good movie.
It's good?
I will say this, it's propaganda against extraterrestrials. E.T. Lives Matter. No. I could speak on this. Healing. Why does my doctor want to cause me more pain? Because my knee needs to heal. You first have to be comfortable with yourself so you don't bleed out. You have to apply pressure to yourself so you don't bleed out. You have to approach that girl that your gut and your instincts are telling you, screaming at you, she's going to reject me. She's going to reject me. You have to right? You're the alert system is going
But
up.
that's the thing too. You have to be aware of the rejection, but you have to be okay if it does happen. That way you're not surprised either. Be comfortable with the uncomfortable. What do you think people are gonna do when finally aliens expose themselves? What do you think people would do when that day comes?
What's before us?
Okay, but what do you think us as humans, we like people, regular people, gonna do?
Well, they're going to flip out. Social status is going to change. Religion.
Hold on.
This is how I see it. There's two different groups. People who don't believe and people who do believe.
Okay.
People who do believe are going to be like, I told you so. This was going to happen. The people who don't believe, they're going to go crazy. They're going to want something to happen to them.
Uh-huh.
They're going to want answers. Now I know you exist. You're here. I want answers.
There's going to be people that are just completely going to deny and live in their own reality. And there's going to be the other side who are like, oh, I'm excited.
None of you said what we said. First thing people are going to do is go buy guns.
They don't want to be abducted.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't want to be probed.
The aha moment.
Right. It's making me think, I don't think anybody here watches One Piece, but One Piece, when Doflamingo loses control, when all the toys get reverted back, people are shocked and they're like, how could we have forgotten? Basically, disclosure happens, people freak out. People are overwhelmed with emotion, the attempt to make it logical.
As a society, as a race, human race, we're not enlightened enough. We're not accepting enough, even of ourselves. So imagine a cosmic being like that exposing themselves.
That's why there's levels to it.
Correct, but we're not there.
Collectively.
We weren't collectively.
Not yet.
Our family tree has been like Neanderthals because we're like war-bearing.
That's why they're not, because they know that we'll freak out.
It's kind of like women, they'll feel a little creep and then be like, ew.
Most people will probably wage war on them.
I don't even think we're from here, bro.
Oh, no, we're not.
They found DNA in the cosmos. And it's huge. We're just a little pebble.
We're going into deep rabbit holes right now.
This is a huge cosmos.
We're cosmic beings, yeah. I've always said that. We're just here having an experience. There's a next level. What if your boys in Red Dead Redemption really think they're real people?
There's actually an NPC in there that actually thinks he's an NPC in Red Dead 2. He's
Where?
aware that he's an NPC. There's this guy in like the beginning,
Like a homeless guy.
almost like a preacher, but he's like always near this like stream, just talking to himself.
I'm telling you. The Spider-Man game talked about the multiverse. Everybody has a copy. You have a copy. I have a copy. I have a copy, right? All the variations. Your experience is going to be different than his experience. His experience is going to be different than my experience. Our reality that we're living right now, none of us are rich
Yet.
yet. But there is a reality
Where you are.
where we are. There's a reality where we're poor, broke, homeless, drunken, addicted. There's a reality for that.
Or deceased, but
Or deceased already
you're
dead.
continuing that
Correct.
quantum.
Right? Those are different versions and different experience of that one game.
But you got to experience it
Yes.
Men in Black got it.
without seeing it, you know what I mean?
Remember that end credit scene with the alien shooting the marbles of the galaxy?
Yes, correct. In your body, all the cells and all. We're going to Ant-Man too, when they went down to the what?
Quantum.
The quantum realm. They want to depict it as fiction.
Because you go crazy thinking about it. There's a distinction between being a genius and an insane person. It's just...
There's like a fine line between them.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, it's true. That's what they do say.
That's right.
Scientifically proven that there's a fine line between being crazy and genius.
Batman and Joker.
Yeah, Joker's aware.
That's why there's such thing as like a 4-dimensional. We don't see 4-dimensional. We see 3-dimensional.
Mm-hmm.
There's
Our
speculation of
perception
4-dimensional and up.
Of
No,
light.
it's 5D. It's infinite.
That's what the force of creation is like creative. Once you tune into the flow state, you start to act as if you are a creator. We are made in his image.
Well, people that talk about being on DMT trips,
Right.
right? They live like
That's what they say.
numerous lives, like thousands of lives in 15-minute span.
There was a case where the guy with coma. He said he spent 6 months in a whole new universe, met whole new people, started a job, they liked him. And then 6 months were up, he came back to our reality and he was like, what?
In reality transurfing, Vladimir Zayden, I'm butchering the name, homeless people and schizophrenic people, they're really not crazy. They're subconsciously somewhere else. They're not inherently like crazy.
Yeah, because it'll become like a virtual video game.
That's what this is, bro. What we talking about?
Yeah, like I say, they want to escape taxes in the real world, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you become
But that's how you become the player one, right? Is realizing that this is a game. Don't take it serious. Let go.
But pay your taxes.
But pay your taxes.
Now, obviously, pay your taxes, follow the rules, right? But break that rule, break that thing that you take shit seriously. You think,
Be a disruptor.
be a disruptor. Exactly.
Just enjoying your life to its fullest.
That's what the elites do.
Yeah.
The elites do, bro. You think the elites aren't, into all this, hermetic teachings and the agnostic and all this spiritual stuff? They're the main ones. They just don't tell you that.
Yeah.
They just don't tell you that.
They don't disclose it.
They don't disclose
Because you ain't
it,
ready for the truth.
right?
The fallen angels taught us that.
Fallen angel.
Keep going. Keep digging it. Keep digging that rabbit hole deeper,
Damn,
bro.
bro. Yeah, man. That's why I knew that today was a special episode.
You did say that. This was probably the best
The
one
best
we've
one
had
ever.
since the inception of Couch Talk.
It came full
It came
circle.
so natural, flowy, fashionably late.
Fashionably, we had a special guest enter.
It was perfect.
It's a
He just
perfect
came
timing.
nonchalantly. I was like, who? I thought it was Alfredo. I thought it was your dad.
Thoughtful conversation, flow free, and just put your input out there. Certain things I didn't know. Now I'm like, oh, okay.
And that's your job, is to talk about it. That's how you become free. And you help the universal consciousness to awaken as much as possible. That you can do something about it, yeah. Speak out on it.
Right.
Even our audience can engage with our talk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just tune in.
Who else is contributing to the conversation in their own way?
Yeah,
You
add
know.
your thoughts, your opinions.
Please comment. Please subscribe. Please share. And tell us what we did, what we could do better too. Because
Right.
that's
What do y'all want to listen?
Because honestly, I know for a fact, ever since we started, we just had to, go through the growing pains. How do we we want this to happen. We want this to be something that we grow and we believe in it.
Mm-hmm.
If he wouldn't be here, if he didn't believe in it,
Mm-hmm.
you wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be here. You wouldn't be here. We wouldn't. We've had our fallbacks. We had our doubts. We've had our fears. We had all this happen, but we're still here trying, right? And that's all that matters.
Sure.
And that's how you become successful, when you throw everything else out the door and you just show up. Half the battle for these guys that in the field as electrician journeyman, if you can be available body every day, you have a job forever. Consistency is key in anything you do.
Because I could have gave up in any part of my career, and then I will be thinking later on, what if? You know what I mean?
Correct.
Doubt.
That's the
Regret, I think.
worst. That's the worst.
Regret is the word.
Now I have experience, and it's helpful for my career. Like you say, pressure makes diamonds.
Make sure to check out that song on Spotify, Fredo Ocheo, Pressure Makes Diamonds.
Let me see your hands right now. Fredo making sounds, I don't care right now. Let's go. I'ma show the world my style. Making all the beats at home just to let you know.
Flow it, baby.
Here we go. But yeah, I mean,
Little sample.
let's get it,
Little
bro.
sample, little taste, little taste.
Little,
You get a little sprinkle,
little sprinkle, man. You know what I'm saying? Brand development is part of my business plan as well, because I'm a marketer, but I'm a photographer, videographer. Everybody's always selling something, man. You can even sell a good time. And that may or may not be innuendo, but I'm just cracking a joke at the same time.
You can take it how you want. There's
You take
many
it how-
ways
you know,
that you could sell a good time.
Right? You picking up what I'm throwing down?
You know?
Good comedic writing is about truth, or whatever your truth may be. And that's part of the cause and effect law of life. It's going to happen. So
Yeah, you can take a Joke, people.
Yeah.
End of
Come
the
on.
day, it's a joke.
Don't take it too serious.
Entertainment. If entertainment.
If you get offended by just the littlest of things,
Good luck.
But for those who are
I
here,
don't want everybody.
we thank
I
you.
want
Yes.
the truest of truest. And these right here are the truest of truest for me.
I try to teach people, but it's up to them because in my previous experience in my life, I was having a heated debate. It became emotional for me because the fucker wasn't even trying to listen. He just was so stubborn with his point. I wasn't denying his point. He had a point. He was on repeat, bro. He was a broken record on himself. And it was sad to see that. But and the lesson was for me at that given time was to let him go.
You can't with certain people.
You really can't. But we can't live their life for them.
Mm-mm.
And that goes for everybody. I can't tell you what to do.
This is a suggestion.
It's a suggestion, right? Let's share notes, catch up with each other, and then try our best to enjoy life, whatever that looks like for you at any given time. So welcome to the party.
Welcome
Have
to the
fun.
party.
You'd have fun. Yes, sir.
Good job, baby.